Welcome back to another enlightening episode of the Mindset Matters. I'm your host, Mayuresh Srivastav. And if you've not yet done so, hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Let me start this episode with a very simple question. Have you ever reached a day and thought about it? Like, I was so busy the whole day, but I don't really feel like I achieved anything. I did anything meaningful. I'm sure most of us have felt this way. Let me tell you something very simple. A few years ago, I met my college friend. He's very sincere, very hardworking. Every time I asked him how life was going, his answer was always the same. I'm extremely busy. And I was genuinely surprised. How can someone who was so fun and light earlier now be busy all the time and became serious? So one day, out of curiosity, I simply asked him a little different question. What do you do the whole day? Can you help me walk entire schedule of your day? Like he said, my morning starts with checking WhatsApp messages. I reply to them, then I revert to last night's emails which came little late in the evening and send a few replies too. Then there are some back-to-back meetings scheduled in the afternoon. Mostly I do lunch at that desk because I don't get time. Then some scheduled calls and evenings I wrap up with my team meetings. I go home and watch some Netflix series or cricket. I listened patiently and then asked him, where do you see yourself in your daily schedule? Where is your you time? Where is the person who used to be fun and lively earlier? At first he said, yes, I get the time to scroll and watch Netflix. That's what I said earlier. I simply paused, smiled, and asked, really? You also know what I'm talking about. He went silent. That day, he realized something important. Though his schedule was full, but his life felt empty. And that's when it hit me as well. Being busy is not same as living intentionally. We have to move with intention to the person we want to become in our life. In the first episode of 2026, we spoke about designing your environment. Because when the environment changes, your behavior follows. Today, we go one step deeper. Because even in a great environment, if your schedule is unconscious, it is not in your control, then life will still feel chaotic. So the core of today's topic is, if you are able to manage your schedule, then you'll be able to design your life with intention and purpose. And we'll talk about in detail in today's episode. So stay tuned. So, what comes to your mind when you think about your schedule, a calendar or diary packed with tasks or meetings where every minute is optimally used? Most people think a schedule is nothing more than a tool to complete tasks. But here's a powerful truth. Your schedule is a mirror. It's not just about being busy or completing tasks. It's about what you're becoming in that process. It shows what you value the most in your day, what kind of work or task you are avoiding, what you prioritize in your life, and what you keep postponing. You may say, health is important, family matters, learning matters for me. But your calendar shows the truth. And this is not about guilt. This is about awareness. Because what you don't schedule slowly disappears from your life and you don't even realize it. And that's the harsh reality of our life. If you really want it, you schedule it. Otherwise, you'll stop doing it in your day-to-day life. Think of time like a bank account. Every morning you get 24 hours credited in your life. No carry forward, no bonus, no extension as well. Now here's the problem. Many of us spend time like a loose change. Small distractions, random scrolling, unplanned conversations, false urgency which is created by someone else in your life. At the end of the day, the balance is zero. And we wonder, where did it all go? What did I buy from the account of time? We all need to understand this very well. Our attention is a currency, and your schedule decides where that currency is invested and in what manner. Every hour you spend is like making a payment. When you give your payment to small distractions, urgency, or other people's priorities, you are spending your attention there. But when you consciously block your time for learning, your health, reflection, or rest, you're investing in yourself to become a better version of yourself, right? And just like money, if you don't decide where your attention goes, someone else will decide it for you. And you'll keep investing, spending it in a manner of like a loose change, which we don't want, right? We want my money of time to invest in ourselves, in our own growth. Whether we accept it or not, but we all know that when we say, I don't have time, what we actually mean, this is not important enough for me right now, right? Because somehow time appears for Netflix, social media, unnecessary discussions, worrying, argument which we have in our day-to-day life. So time is there for all these things. So the issue is not the time management. The issue is priority management, or better said, life management. Why Mindset Matters is different from many other podcasts, because here we don't just share motivation, we talk about the science behind it. So today, let's understand something very real and very relatable. Why is watching Netflix for 2 hours is so easy, but 45 minutes brisk walk feels so difficult? See, our brain is wired to seek pleasure and avoid effort or any kind of hard work. Netflix gives you instant dopamine, new episode, new scene, new excitement. Then the brain immediately says, this feels good, let's do this more. On the other hand, a brisk walk, which gives you delayed dopamine, because when you start it, it feels little uncomfortable initial 10 to 15 minutes of like brisk walk. Here, the brain says, why are we even doing this? It feels so much of hard work and we are not getting anything out of it right now. So, your brain's oldest part, that is primitive brain, still thinks like a caveman. Its job is simple: save energy and avoid unnecessary effort. So, sitting and watching Netflix looks safe with no extra effort or hard work, while walking and sweating feels like a waste of energy with some extra effort. This is the biology of our brain, not laziness. So if you find it easier to watch Netflix than go for a walk, nothing is wrong with you. Your brain is just doing what it has been trained to do so from millions of years back. This is why mindset matters, because once you understand the science of your brain, you stop blaming yourself and start designing your life with better intention, habits, and the direction in which you want to navigate it. Let me share 3 layers of conscious scheduling, a simple framework which you all can use. Let's talk about layer 1, energy before time. See, we all have 24 hours in a day, but the truth is, not all hours are equal. There are hours when your mind is sharp, you think clearly, you feel focused, ideas come easily, and then there are hours when you feel slow, tired, or mentally drained. But the problem is, most people unknowingly do the exact opposite. They do heavy thinking work when all the operational routine work is done and their energy is little low. And then they say things like, I lack discipline, I can't focus right now, I don't have time. But the real issue isn't discipline or lack of time. The issue is of planning tasks in those 24 hours. So ask yourself 2 simple questions. When am I at my highest energy during the day? What time of the day when I feel more energized? Just try to understand that. And when do I naturally feel slow or tired? For most of the people, it is post lunch, when they are little slow after lunch, or they don't feel like doing heavy thinking activity, right? For me personally, if you ask, morning 9 to 12 are the most powerful day. For me personally, if you ask, morning 9 to 12 is like I do the heavy thinking work. I design the podcast, I do the writing work, I write my modules as well. And in the afternoon, I do the operational work, which is like scheduling my day, like my week planning, and all the other things which not require so much of thinking. Because once you're aware about which is your powerful window, then you can accordingly schedule your day. See, if your mind is sharp in the morning, do your important work as I have said, and when your energy dips, do lighter works like emails replies and admin tasks or coordination. The rule is simple. Don't schedule work based on when your calendar is free. Schedule it based on when your energy is right to match the kind of work which you are trying to achieve. Because when your work matches your energy, productivity doesn't feel like a struggle. It starts to flow naturally. Schedule important work when your energy is high, not when your calendar is free. Right? Now let's move to layer 2. Schedule roles, not just tasks. Most of us naturally plan our day by asking, what task do I have to finish today? But here's a better question you can ask. What roles do I play in my life? Just try to understand that. Because you are not just a person doing tasks. You are someone who plays multiple roles every single day. For example, you may be a professional, learner, family member, healthcare person, or someone who needs time for inner growth and reflection. Now, here's the reality as well. When one of these roles never gets time, that part of your life slowly becomes weak. You don't notice in one day, but over months, it starts showing up as imbalance, stress, or dissatisfaction. Even 20 to 30 minutes a day intentionally given to a role that you are playing in your life makes a powerful difference. Because identity doesn't just grow from a big inspirational moment. Identity grows through repetition. Just 20 minutes a day, and you'll be able to become more powerful and more stronger in that particular area. So, instead of filling your calendar only with tasks, start giving space to your roles, the role which you want to play in your life. That's how life becomes more balanced, meaningful, and aligned, not just by being busy, but by the person you want to become. Now, let's talk about layer 3. White space is not wasted space. This one is really important. If your day is packed from morning to night, back-to-back meetings, constant work, non-stop activity, you may feel productive by looking at it, but in reality, you are not productive. You are overloaded. White space, the empty gap in your day, is not laziness, it's not wasted time. White space is where reflection, creativity, and emotional reset happens. It's that kind of a space where the mind slows down a bit and things start making sense. Think about breathing. Inhale is important, but exhale is equally important. If you only inhale and never exhale, you suffocate yourself. Life works exactly the same way. A life without pauses eventually suffocates. Those small breaks, you may feel it's a waste of time, but it will make a huge difference in your life. They don't pull you away from productivity. They protect your productivity, your clarity, and your emotional balance. White space keeps your mind human and not make it machine. Because we are not machine. We are a thinking machine though. Right? So, when your phone storage is full, it hangs, right? It slows down and it crashes at time. Human mind is no different as well. When your schedule has no space, you become reactive. Small things irritate you and decision making gets impacted. You become decision fatigue as well. You feel that. Sometimes productivity improves not by adding more, but by removing unnecessary noise from your life, from your calendar. Let me give you a very simple practice. Once a week, maybe Friday evening, ask yourself just 3 simple questions. What gave me energy this week? What drained my energy? What deserves a protected slot next week when I plan my schedule? That's it. No fancy application is required. No perfectionism is required. Just honesty. Because a small awareness creates big change in your life. Let me leave you with this thought. Busy people react. Intentional people design their life. Busy people chase time. Intentional people protect it. Protect it like a baby. And discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self respect in action. Remember, your calendar is not just a planner, it's not just a to do list. It's a mirror of your priorities, your values, and your identity. If today's conversation made you pause, even for a moment, ask yourself, am I truly choosing how my time is spent? Or am I simply reacting to whatever shows up on my schedule? Because very often, it's not that we lack discipline, it's that our time is scattered, our roles are imbalanced, and our days are running on autopilot mode. But the moment you start managing your calendar consciously, when you align your time with your energy and give space to every role you play in your life and leave room for white space and reflection, productivity stops feeling stressful and life starts feeling meaningful. Thank you so much for tuning into Mindset Matters. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who feels overwhelmed or constantly busy. Maybe they don't need more time. Maybe they just need to rearrange the hours they already have in their life. And as always, keep listening, keep reflecting, and start designing your time with intention. Because the way you use your time shapes your life and your mindset too. Because mindset truly matters. Thank you.